Thursday, November 6, 2025, Kenar Zone, talking baseball, looking at baseball players from the past. I'm curious. Guys who have career stats, baseball players, stats, accomplishments, their resume, their box scores. I'm looking at it. This video, Keith Hernandez. Have you heard of him? Played for the Cardinals, the Mets, and the Indians. 17 years, 2,088 games. I like that. He passed the 2,000 mark in games played. He accumulated 2,182 hits. So that's a hit a game. That's what he's averaging. 2,000 games, 2,100 hits. Plus, 1,124 runs scored career. I'm looking at the box scores. He had 2 seasons, 100 runs scored. And both times he led the league. Playing for the Cardinals. Played from 1974 through 1990. 1979, he had 116 runs scored. Then the following year, he had 111. But he only had 2 in his 17-year career. He had a 90. He had 3 times he was in the 90s. I would like to have seen more 100 run scored seasons. Maybe about 8 or 9. Only had 2. Career hits, 2,182. I like that he passed 2,000 for his career. You keep playing. That's a magic number for good players, 2,000. Of course, if you want to be in the great category, great players, you need to pass 3,000 hits. And if you want to be just super classic player, what do I mean? Then you need to pass 4,000. Only 2 guys did it, Pete Rose and Ty Cobb. But Keith Hernandez had some good years, but he didn't do it in a long period of time. I'll give you an example. He had 1 200-hit season. Good. 210 hits in 1979. I like it. In fact, that year, 1979, he went 5 for 5. What do I mean? 100 runs scored, 200 hits, 100 RBIs, 300 batting average, 300 total bases. Listen to 1979 Keith Hernandez. 116 runs scored, 210 hits, 105 RBIs, 344 batting average, which led the league, and he had 313 total bases. So he goes 5 for 5 across the board. 1979, his best year. And the following year, 1980, he had 191 hits. So those 2 back-to-back years, he was in his prime. Batted .321, 99 RBIs. But looking over his career, he couldn't do that again, have those kind of seasons. Later on, he had 183 hits in 1985, batted .309. But he had a couple of 170 campaigns. But he could not get to the 200 and 190 hits in a season. He couldn't do that again. He only did it twice. That may have hurt his Hall of Fame chances. Not consistent enough over a long period of time. That's what the great players do. They play 20 to 25 years, and they're batting 300 every year, and they're getting the 100 RBIs just about every year. And they're getting the 100 runs scored. Home runs, 162 career. He's not a slugger. His .436 career slugging. Career RBIs, 1,071 in 17 years. Should have been more. He had one season, 100 RBIs, 105, 1979. He had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other seasons, 90. So he was close to that 100, but didn't quite get there. If he had had 5, 6, 7, or 8 100 RBI seasons, maybe more hits too, up to about 2,500 hits, if he had a 300 or better batting average, he'd be Hall of Fame material. He finished his career 296 career batting average. He was capable, 300. In fact, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons, 300 or better, with a high of 344. If he had 10 or 11 or 12, that would have been Hall of Fame. He had some 290s. He had a 291, a 299, a 297, a 290 again. So he was close to that 300 batting average, but could not maintain it for his 17-year career. Finished 296, 3,214 total bases. He only had one season, 300 total bases. That was at 1979, 313 total bases. So Keith Hernandez was on his way to the Hall of Fame, but the consistency wasn't there for a long period of time. He had some good years. He was a good defensive first baseman, too. But he fell short. Should have had more RBIs. If he had 1,500 RBIs and 1,500 runs scored and a 300 batting average and 2,500 hits, that's more Hall of Fame right there. So he fell short. But a good player, good hitter. What do you think? All right, I'm going to keep looking at baseball players from the past who have contributed to the game of baseball. This guy, I'm not sure if I've covered him. Nope, I haven't. So I'm going to look at a guy that made the Baseball Hall of Fame. His name is Harold Baines. Have you heard of him? What did he do in his career that gave him Hall of Fame selection? I'm going to look at it next. I'm out.